This is a quick video to show you how to open an account at Zoom video conferencing and web conferencing services. You can get a basic account that is free. This is a personal meeting that you can have up to 50 participants. You can have an unlimited number of meetings. You can have unlimited meeting duration for one-to-one meetings and a 40-minute limit on group meetings. But first of all, let's get signed up for an account. So what you would do is you would come in here and you would type in your account, your email address, and you'll say sign up for free. That will say send an email to this email address, which is a junk email address that I don't really use. And so I'm just going to go over there and accept the confirmation link, and I'll be right back. So you'll receive a confirmation email just like this one from Zoom. You'll say activate my account, and so on the activation page you will just type in your name. So I'm just going to do this as Deborah Test. I'm going to put in a password and I'm going to confirm that password. I would normally use LastPass to do this, and there's a video showing you how to use that if you choose to. I'm going to say continue. And now it's going to say invite colleagues. So you can invite colleagues. There's a thing here that will take you through to an explanation of why invite people. I'm just going to skip that step at the moment, but you can start a test meeting. And here is the link that you would give to people to join your meeting. It's always an HTTPS with a secure connection. Then it's zoom.us/J is to join / and then a meeting number, and that meeting number is just the back end of this. Whoops, doesn't want to let me highlight that. 839-593-9371. So if I say start meeting now, it will allow me. I'm just going to say open the link, and it's connecting me to Zoom. So now I have opened a Zoom meeting, and this is your main viewport. You can start the video. I always start my meetings with the video turned off. If you want to turn that on, you can turn it on here. You can go to the video settings and you can tell it which video camera to look at and do these settings. These three are the ones that I check. The other thing you'll want to look at, if you've got more than one camera connected to your computer, you would choose it here, but typically you're only going to have one. There's the audio section. You can click the test speaker here and it will play. I'm using a headset now, and I just stop it when I know I've confirmed that I can hear that, and you can see that it's picking up the mic. So when I speak, these little boxes are filling up, so that tells you that that's fine. The rest of these settings you don't really need to worry about too much. The general, I confirm with me when I like to leave the meeting, because if I scroll down on here, you can end the meeting here, and I don't want to do that in the middle of a meeting. So even if I clicked on that, a little window would pop up and say, are you sure you want to end the meeting for all participants? And that's just a good safety net to have in there. These other things, full screen when shared by others and fit the Zoom window, those are just things. Play a sound when I receive a chat message. These are all just standard things that I would do on this, but then you can close it. You manage your participants through this box here, and I have to squish this down, otherwise you can't see it, but over here you can mute that person if you want to, and then it will show a red line through their microphone, and it's showing a red line through my video because I've got that turned off. But if I unmute the microphone, the red line has disappeared, so you can see that. The other thing that you can do is you can click down here and chat, so you can type things in here, a message to everyone. When you hit enter, it will show up here. Here's the Zoom group chat. Down here you can click on more and you can save the chat. You can mute everyone or unmute everyone if you're the host. I think that's all you need to know with that really to record, you would click on this button here, you would click record, and you can see that the little red light is flashing now. And if I tell it to stop, then the recorded file is completed when I exit the meeting. So let me just run through invitations. If you want to invite people to the meeting, the easiest way to do it, you can choose your email service here, but really the way that I find best to do it is just copy the URL or copy the invitation. If I copy the URL, it puts it on my clipboard. So then if I open up a note, actually if I open up a new note, and I paste that here, you can see it is just the meeting link. If I do copy invitation and I put that on here, it'll have the whole thing. So it has all of that information that you can just cut and paste into an email or an instant message. You can send it on Skype. But if somebody's really familiar with it, if you don't need all of this other information unless you think they might join by phone, you can just give them this link here and it will join them right into your meeting. So that's the easiest way to do that. And if I end the meeting, then it will say, do you want to end the meeting for all? And if I say yes, then my little free account thing will pop up here and it converts the video. And because it's a short recording, it's very quick converting it. If you've got an hour's webinar on here, expect it to take at least 10 minutes to render that video. But here you've got the audio file. Playback, I never actually use that. The zoom.o, I would right click this and I would rename it and I would say Zoom overview, and that would be in my documents, my Zoom folder, and then it's got the date and everything and these funny numbers, but it's got this Zoom overview. And so that way, if I open this, it would start playing the video. Click record and you can see, so it starts playing that. So that's where your recordings are kept, and you can just do the audio, but this is what you would have to upload to somewhere for people to be able to review the replay. This is your main Zoom account dashboard. If you want to schedule a meeting, you just come in here, you change the date, you change the time, you do the duration, and then I always have audio options both. I typically will put video off when I'm starting a meeting for both people. That way they can decide if they want to be on video or not. I don't ever require a password. It just makes it too difficult. I don't worry about joining before the host. I try to get there before my people open. And this is your personal meeting ID. I like to set different new IDs for each meeting. And then I choose Google Calendar because that's what I use, and I would just schedule that. And if I were logged into my Google Calendar, it would actually let me go ahead and add that to my Google Calendar and save the invitation information on there for me. When you come to start a meeting, you would just click on this little clock here, and this is kind of confusing. Because it always shows these, but that's not the meeting. This is the meeting that I scheduled, and you would hit start here. Once you hit start, it opens up the window and it says computer audio. If I want to share my screen or if I want to invite others, here's the meeting ID because it's different than my personal meeting room, but it also always shows you up here. So if you have somebody on the phone or something, you tell them go to zoom.us/join and give them that meeting ID, then you're all set. And I'm just going to end that meeting again. I'm going to shut this down. So the two things that you use here is the home. If you want to schedule a meeting, you can start a meeting right now without video or with video. You can ask to join a meeting here, or you can schedule a meeting right here. So if I close that down, and this is what pops up, post attendee. So this is the thing, deliver happiness to your colleagues, invite them to join Zoom today. I would ask that you use the link that we provide you. Won't cost you a penny more, but it is an affiliate link, and that helps us help you by teaching you how to use this particular piece of software. If you wanted to invite somebody to a meeting, if you just go to Zoom, or you tell them to go to Zoom US, and oh, because I'm logged in, it's doing this. Okay, so if I sign out and I send them to Zoom US, then you can just tell them to come over here to join a meeting, and they click on the join and they type in the meeting ID number here. You don't have to put the dashes in it. You can if you want to, and then they would click on join, and that would let them into the meeting. So that's the quick overview of Zoom meeting.